What is going on, you guys? Today we're here at school and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to bunny hop. Bunny hop is like one of the first tricks that I learned in a BMX because it is basically the most fundamental trick because you need it for everything. So I'm going to break it down step by step, make it as super easy as possible, so hopefully you guys can watch this maybe one or two times, really soak in the knowledge, really kind of get it ingrained in your brain, so then you can go out and do a perfect bunny hop within a few minutes. I watched a bunch of how-tos and kind of see what other people were saying, and there was some good stuff which I'm going to take away, but there was some other stuff that was a little misleading. So I'm going to make this super short, super simple, so you can do a perfect bunny hop. So let me just do a bunny hop for you real quick so you can see mine, and then we'll break it down, and soon you'll have one that's probably going to be better than mine. So here we go. There you have it. That was a bunny hop. Nice, proper, pull up the front, pull up the back, bunny hop. So now we're going to kind of break it step by step, kind of do a couple things that I did to learn how to bunny hop, and then soon enough you'll be able to put everything together and create a 5-foot high Brad Sims bunny hop. So here we go. So when I first started doing bunny hops, I was just trying to pull up the front and back wheel at the same time, just kind of like that. And I mean, that's good, you are getting off the ground, but it's not a proper technique and it actually kind of gives you bad muscle memory. So if you're just learning, I suggest learning it the proper way, where you pull up your front and then pull up your back. But the first step you want to do to that is you want to be able to just ride easy and then just pull up like that. You don't want to do a wheelie, you don't want to like crank into it, because what that's going to do is kind of shoot you forward, make your feet all lopsided, and you won't be able to get up your back wheel. So you just want to have your feet chill and evenly pull up like that. So I'll do one going here a couple times, so I can show you what I'm talking about. That's proper, like that. You do not want to do, this is bad, going to like that and kind of pedal forward, because as you can see, it shot out from under me, my cranks were like that, and if I tried to pull up, it wouldn't happen. So don't do that. Pull up evenly, both arms. Now we'll go on to the second step. Okay, so now that you have that pull up part nice and dialed, you're evenly pulling up, you're not pedaling forward, and you're under control, I suggest finding like a nice little bank. So we have a very slight bank here at school. So what you're gonna wanna do is go up, do that same thing, pull up with your front, and then try to match your front with your back wheels. I like to picture it as front wheel up, then you bring your back wheel up, and then that'll make it perfect. So we're gonna do it here on this bank and do good. Just a tip on this, when you're first doing it up this bank, if you haven't done it before, don't try to yank it as hard as you can. It's a really easy motion. It's just nice and chill up, and then bring your legs up to your butt. You really want to suck into your butt. So don't try to go as high as possible. Just like focus on bringing your front wheel up nice and controlled, and then bringing your legs up to your front wheel. So let's do one right now. So as you can see, when I'm going up this bank, I'm not rushing it. I'm not like bringing up the front and then trying to quickly bring up the back end. I'm going up, waiting until the front end reaches its peak, and then matching it with my back end by sucking up my legs to my butt. Because if you try to rush it, all that's going to do, it's going to throw you off. Your feet may come off. They never really had the problem with my feet floating away, like kind of like doing like one of these in midair. That's not really a thing. Like a lot of people think that happens when you're first learning bunny hops, but it doesn't. But you just pull up evenly, chill it. As soon as it reaches the top, you just work your back legs and bring them up. And if you have it out of a bank like that, like if you're getting a couple inches and you're not really using much of the bank and it's all kind of that motion, you're ready to do it on flat ground. So let's go over to the flat ground. Now we're going to use this nice flat asphalt area to work on the bunny hop. If you're doing this by yourself, it's kind of hard to tell if your back wheel is coming up, because if you're doing it with a friend, they can say, oh yeah, it got like an inch up, oh it didn't go up and stuff. So what I like to do when I first learned them, because I rode by myself a lot because there weren't a lot of riders, I would grab something and work over that. Like I had like a piece of 2 before, because I knew if I hit it, I would feel that bonk, or if I cleared it, it didn't move. So we're gonna use my camera bag that's all the way over here, place it on the ground, and use that as kind of like my measurement, my object, my point of reference, if you will. So I suggest something smaller if you're first learning these, like again, like a small piece of 2 before, because if you hit it, it's just gonna slide. If you case it, you're not gonna fall, or you're not gonna wreck anything. But grab something that's small enough that you're confident with, that you could try to bunny hop over. So I'm gonna go grab my camera bag, set it here, and do a couple bunny hops, give you a couple more points. So like I said, grab something that you're comfortable with knocking over or riding over and stuff. I have my camera bag. This thing's pretty durable. It doesn't have anything in it. Took all the stuff out of it. Just place it on the ground where you have a nice little bit of run up. Don't go chugging at it. Don't like go a couple cranks. Just nice, maybe a crank at it where you have like a decent speed, but don't go too slow where you'll just go up and land in the same spot. So I'm gonna place this there, do a bunny hop over it, and show you what that looks like. So here we go. Alright, so that's doing it pretty good, going up over it, not casing it. I'm going to show you kind of like what will happen if you don't pull up hard enough with your back legs, what that'll look like, and what happens if you go too slow, and how to kind of adjust those things. So here those are. So let's say you're trying it, and then you notice your point of reference is knocked over, or you hit it or whatever, what's happening. I'm gonna slow motion that for you. See, what's going on is you can notice my legs, they're stiff, and I didn't suck them up to my butt. So if you just suck it up, kind of push your arms out and bring it up to you, you'll be able to clear it just fine. Number 2, this is what happens when you go too slow. So in this instance, I was just going too slow. I had enough air to clear it, but I didn't have the speed to travel forward. So if you're running into that problem, pull up a little bit harder and give it a half crank faster, and you'll be good to go. So let's say you've got it up the bank pretty good. Now you're doing it on flat ground, but you're running into the problem where you're not able to pick it all the way up, and you're kind of casing pretty hard, like landing nose heavy, sort of like this. Like if you're doing that and you're like landing nose heavy but your back wheel's coming up, what you're doing is you're pulling up too fast and then pushing forward to bring up your back wheel. I've seen this happen countless times, and all you gotta do is just focus on doing a nice slow pull and then just bringing your back wheel up. So if that's you, chill it a little bit more and you'll have it good. Alright you guys, I hope this video helped you learn how to bunny hop. Again, be super patient with this trick. For me, it took about 2 solid days to actually get my back wheel up, and then it just takes a little bit of time to really get fluid with it so you can get a nice high bunny hop. Takeaway, don't try to just cheat and do the up at the same time. Don't try to rush pulling up the bars, because all that's going to do is make it super uncontrolled and kind of land you nose heavy or just weird. And then the third, remember when you're pulling up, don't try to pedal into it like a wheelie. You want to keep those cranks nice and level so you're able to pull up your back wheel and have a nice flat platform. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to teach next, leave a comment down below. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.